Hey guys, it's TMF Style. I'm Jose Zuniga, and for this week's video, we're going to be discussing the dive watch. While the diver watch falls under the tool category, this masculine watch style has seeped into the closets of many modern men, 90% of which probably don't dive. I myself have never dived, and I've owned about 3 divers in my lifetime, and that's for several reasons, and you'll see more as I discuss in this video. Its robust case and iconic watch face make it one of those like must-have watches in any proper watch collection. And I'm no horologist or professional watch collector, but if any of you are out there, you could probably back up my statement when I say that a properly designed and quality diver is essential in a good watch collection. Now, out of its many features and characteristics, one of my favorite things of the diver watch it's an intangible quality, really, and it's the persona that it projects. It's that sense of exploration, of adventure, and of travel that I'm really fond of a diver watch. And that's exactly what this beautiful watch from Undone Watches projects. So first, let's start with what exactly is a dive watch. Like I stated in the beginning, a diver watch is essentially a tool that was created to facilitate dives for professional divers. They were made big and easy to read and are distinguishable by their dive bezel, which turns around the dial. Essentially how it works is that the main arrow, the big one that you see on top, you're supposed to rotate it all the way to meet where the minute hand is standing at that point. This was to signify the start of your dive. Then when you would start diving, the minute hand would start moving, and you could clearly see by the big numbers around that diver bezel how many minutes you've been underwater. To my limited understanding, this was to keep track of air supply. But you guys, if any of you are divers, you can correct me below and give me a further explanation of exactly how that worked and the mechanics behind it. But in essence, that's the functionality of a diver bezel. Today, however, many men have found other uses for this. Some men use it for cooking when they leave their kitchen and they have something cooking, or grilling. Other men use it to keep track of time if they're paying a parking meter. So there are various everyday uses for this bezel that don't necessarily need to be just for diving. This one that I'm showcasing is from a company called Undone Watches. Basically, you're getting a custom diver watch. You go online, you go onto their site, and you can completely customize a watch from beginning to end. If I'm correct, there's over 1 million custom variations. So basically, in essence, you're gonna have an individual, one-of-a-kind piece when you design it that'll be hard to replicate. To get something similar of a custom dive watch, the closest thing you have is to probably go and try to buy a custom Rolex Submariner. And unless you have an extra $10,000 to $20,000 lying around, that's probably an unrealistic expectation for a lot of us. So what we did is that we actually designed 2 watches. One is Juan's, and this one's a little bit more classy and refined. This one has more of a Rolex Submariner vibe. It can easily be dressed up, and it looks beautiful to me. The other one is my watch. It's a little bit more robust and rugged. It features a leather Horween band, so it really gives it that sense of travel and exploration. What we wanted to do is show you basically the 2 extremes with this watch customization program, that you can design 2 completely different watches, all for $450. Now, when I say custom, like I said, you can customize almost anything. You can add the signature to the face, you can add as you can see in Juan's, he decided to add the signature to the back casing, which in my opinion looks actually very elegant and very personal. But all these features would mean nothing if the watch were to be crap. But that's not the case. This watch has superb quality and an amazing, precise attention to detail that any watch collector or horologist would be proud to own this watch. Let's just go over some of the specs. The watch is fully customizable, like I just mentioned. Almost any parameter you can change. The automatic movement inside is a Seiko NH35A automatic movement. The case is 42 millimeters. Now, that being said, the watch is rated at 200 meters for diving. It has a hardened, scratch-resistant sapphire crystal case. It has a ceramic bezel. It also has blue Swiss Luminova glow in the dark. But here is probably the crazy part, and the part that I personally was amazed at the best. That you're gonna get that watch shipped in 7 days via FedEx. And that's what really amazed me, that I think it was 10 days in total from the day I placed the order to the date it was in my door. I thought it was gonna be almost a month to 2 month process, to be honest, for that whole thing to get made. So they have a very good production team, they have very good quality, and like I said, I'm really amazed with the watch. And then on top of that, if you want more customization, more variability to your watch, you can actually order more leather bands, and you can see that here. And to swap leather bands, it's a breeze. They have actually made it easy with a little pin in the back, and you can swap leather bands easily. So that's basically it for this week's video, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick intro into dive watches, what they are, and why we suggest to have at least one in your collection. We also wanted to feature this brand. This is an amazing brand, guys. Even if you don't buy it, go check out their website. I'll have it linked below, and you can actually design your own watch, save it, and buy it later on if you save up to it. The price to value ratio is definitely there. You know, at $450, fully customized, quality movement, quality casing, quality leather bands. I mean, this whole thing is just a quality timepiece. So if you guys like this video, remember to hit up the like button. Also remember to subscribe. We put out 3 videos every week. Thank you, gentlemen, for watching.